Alright, hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is episode 22. Last time, we were kind of just recovering from the whole deal at the, what was it, the third laboratory? I forget, but yeah, Havoc is paralyzed from that whole fiasco that went down there. Roy's all mad about it. They tried to find Marco, Dr. Marco, if you remember him way back. He's missing too. I don't know if he's dead. Probably not. I think Lust probably like took him because they still need him or something. But anyway, Scar is back in Central, and it was Ed's idea to lure him out to find him. One, because he's kind of mad about the whole him killing Winry's parents thing, which I'm still not sure about. But also, we wanted to lure out the Sins. That seems to be working, and Bradley and Gluttony are about to fight Ling and Lanfan, and I'm pretty worried here because I don't know what these two are capable of. We haven't seen them really get down too much other than that one scrap we had when we first met them. I haven't seen Ling do anything, but they ended off last episode like Lanfan's about to get clapped by Bradley, and that dude's scary. So I'm not gonna waste any more time here. I gotta make sure they're okay. Consider supporting the channel, liking the video, subscribing, commenting. It all helps very much. I'd appreciate it, and without further ado, I'm about to hop into this. This is episode 22, Backs in the Distance. Oh, getting a recap? Yep. So these two are about to get bodied, man. This man's scary. He's got two swords. Oh! She got hit! Oh. Okay, nice. Shut up, man! I'm sick of Gluttony, man. Okay. Damn, Ling's serious for once. Maybe this will prove that he's worthy of being a good leader. Yeah, bro's got the Sharingan. Ooh, that's cool. That's smart. Dude, his two hands together are as big as Ling's head. Oh, he can go all out? Yeah, he knew that Gluttony was eating people. Yeah, we ain't like that. Come on, shut up. Okay. I like the way you're talking to me, Ling. I wasn't sure how to feel about Ling. I liked him, but like, I didn't know how worthy he was of the title he's trying to get. That was a cool little flashbang too. Flashbang. I don't think it was Scar. Maybe? I mean, everything tells me it's probably Scar. But the fact they didn't show his face makes me think it's something else. And it's not like Scar wouldn't do it, you know? I don't know. Maybe I just want to like Scar. So the year is 1914? I wonder if I was supposed to know that a long time ago. Whoa. Huh. I like that. That explains the attachment she had to him. Because they paired up this, like, family with her a lot, and I didn't really get it. But that makes a lot of sense. That's so sad, man. Oh. Wow. That's so good. And Ed didn't let his arm get broken last episode. Oof. How much closer is this fight gonna be than last time? Has Scar said anything at all?
イーストシティでも言ったはずだ。貴様ら作るものがいれば壊す者もいると。神の名を持ち出して殺しを正当化したいだけだろ。
Yeah.
ニーナも神の代行者を語って殺したんじゃないのか。今日生み出す技術。
I mean, he is just kind of killing for vengeance, right?
お前のその手が弟を救いのない体にしたんだ。そのうぬぼれこそがあのキメラを生み出したのではないのか。
It's not the same.
なんで殺す必要があった。っていたのではないか。あのキメラが元に戻れないことを。実験動物と同じ扱いを受け、一生人間として扱われなくなるであろうことを。
Scar's seen it for himself, hasn't he? Like all the healing that can be done with alchemy.
どうにもできない問題を先送りにした。今しなかった。何も。間違いを犯してきた。あんたのやってることを認めるわけにはいかねえ。ロックベルという医者に覚えはないか。
Ooh.
殲滅戦の命令が出た後もイシュバール人を助け続けた。
This is how Winry's gonna find out?
てめえを助けて、てめえが殺した医者夫婦に覚えはねえか。
Okay. It was just Scar then. I had hope, but he would do some shit like that. Oh, there's a gun laying right there. No way. What's she about to do with that, man? I feel so bad for Winry, man.
待て、ウィンリー、やめろ。それはダメだ。ウィンリー、やめてくれ。恨みたい気持ちはわかる。だが復讐はその手だけだ。
Jeez, the music's scary as hell too.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
What is this eye catch?
医者の娘か。俺を撃つ権利がある。
I love when we get flashbacks to this.
兄者、すぐ近くまで国軍が来てるんだぞ。もう少しなんだ。なんだその入れ墨は。ああ、これか。
Is this Dio? Toji?
分解。最高。
Z?
この右腕が分解。左腕が最高値。
Ooh.
東の練炭術を研究し、私なりにアレンジした。
Yeah, he's got both.
どうもこの国の錬金術はおかしい。そんなことはどうでもいい。それより国軍が。おい、お前の兄の研究がイシュバールを救うかもしれんのだ。国家錬金術師のことを。恐ろしい力でイシュバールを蹂躙しているという話だ。国家錬金術師に対抗してて、さらにそれを超える強大な
Damn, how strong was he?
つけ出すかもしれないのだ。力を超える力で、血の報いは。これが兄者の
Seems like the way it's corrupting them.
幸福のためと願っても誰もそうは見てくれぬではないか。
Jesus. Damn. Is that Roy? I like the way it highlights the blue eyes in them, as opposed to how it's normally the Ishvalan's red eyes, to show which side we're on instead.
破壊と殺戮を繰り返すだけのこんなものか。父上、母上。皆逃げる準備をしていたのが幸いだった。大事なものをまとめていて遅れた。お前が持っててくれ。私の研究所だ。これしか持ち出せなかった。
Is it just
持って逃げてくれ。
about deconstruction?
せっかくの研究がパーになる。自分で持って逃げればいいだろう。私よりお前の方が生き残る確率が高い。足の震えが止まらない。
Because Scar's, he's just got the one, you
情
know?
けない兄だ。兄じゃ。
Kimberly, man. When is this guy gonna come into the story? I forgot about him.
国家錬金術師。 セロー
Ugh. Oh, yeah, there's the scar. Whoa, whoa. Shit. Scar lost his whole arm. Is he gonna give him his arm? Oh, man. After all that, can you blame Scar? Yeah, I think he gave him his arm. That's crazy you can do that. That's insane! Oh my god, they're making him look crazy! That's terrible, man. I can't even, you know what? I can't blame him. Like, they were innocent, they were helping, but look at what just happened to this dude's people. Yeah, this whole thing is about the cycle of violence. Will Winry be the first one to break the chain? This is a good-ass episode! Oh! Yeah, I think Scar just realized the hypocrisy. Yeah, she's just a better person than that. Just like her parents, man. Wow. Huh. I gotta take a minute, I think. The ending of that was just, wow. This might be my favorite episode so far. Yeah, I feel for everybody here, man. It's just awful. And it's all started by how terrible Bradley is, you know? Because he's the one that started this whole thing, who ordered the genocide of this entire people, and look what's happened. If anything, it shows that all of them are the same, you know? That everybody here is human, and they can all succumb to this kind of violence. This whole cycle of vengeance. That's what this was all about, you know? Except for, you know, Winry, the good people like that, who can break out of that chain. I think Ed's like that too. I don't think Ed would kill for that. I gotta say, I really loved just the imagery of Ed uncurling each of Winry's fingers one at a time of the from this weapon, you know, from the gun. Oh shit. I didn't mute the video. I just hear Winry screaming in my ear. Oh man. Okay, I got a lot to talk about. This is this might be my favorite episode yet. This was really, really good. Ling surprised me here, you know? Like, he's been this goofball, this whole thing. He's been talking about wanting to be the new emperor of his nation. But he's been this kind of goofball prince who just kind of seems like, I don't know. I didn't know what to think of him, really. I felt like it was a mask pretty much the whole time, but I didn't know what was underneath that, you know, if there was something more sinister, or if there was a good, like, leader under all that. And it seems like there is. He's someone who cares about his people a lot. Like, even the idea of abandoning her was, like, disgusting to him, you know? And he had things to say about Bradley's version of leadership, this dictator, you know? That's not the kind of nation that Ling wants to lead, and that's good, you know? I like Ling a lot. He's a smart guy, too. He's good at fighting. He's kind of just a big W in the beginning of this episode, and it showed a lot. I really like that. I want to see more of Ling. And then this part with, at the graves was great. Like, something that I didn't even, like, think about. Like that was something that I even thought was kind of, like, I don't know, like, I wasn't sold on the whole relationship that Winry had to this family and to Hughes, because it felt like she'd only really just met him. And it was, like, something that I think a criticism that I might have even cut out from an earlier video. That I was like, I don't know, maybe it's just, like, not worth even talking about. Like, I think it was like she was sad that she couldn't bake him an apple pie. And I was like, there was, like, a whole scene dedicated to that. I was like, what is her attachment? It was so soon and so quick to this family and to Hughes. And I love the way that it's tied into the loss of her parents. It's not something that I, like, put together. And maybe it was obvious, but the dots connected for me this episode. And then the way that it related to, was that last episode or the one before that, when it showed her looking at Ed's back? I thought it was her just looking at him like a man for the first time. I thought it was going to play into their romance, which it is probably that as well, seeing him grown up, not just, you know, the short little boy who breaks all of her gadgets, but it's the way that she's afraid of losing him, you know? And I really, really like that. Winry's such a good character, and, like, I keep talking about this, I'm, like, choking up each time. It's just, like, I'm surprised the way that they managed to make me, like, feel for Winry. Because even, I'll say, oh, you can see this, okay, so hold on. I'll even say that, like, in a lot of these shonen shows, the female characters, it's not a secret that a lot of the time they get underdeveloped, and you know, and I think that probably comes a little bit from a lot of the mangaka for these shows, or for these manga, are they're men, and some of them just they don't have they're introverted men, might not have as much experience writing women or knowing, like, women, or just are not as interested in developing them further than being a love interest, you know, being this, like, one-dimensional character purely for the sake of the male main character. But Winry is a fantastic one. Every character is fantastic in this show, and I'm just really impressed with what they did with her. And I also see, for the first time, the scar where Scar's arm was severed, and that's really cool as well. I don't know if we've ever seen that before, or yeah, I don't know if they've ever shown that before. If they have, then I just have not noticed that. And what I thought was, whatever part of Scar's brother's notes that was given to Scar, I thought it was going to be just, like, the deconstruction or decomposition part of his research that Scar would just tattoo onto himself. But man, that's not even Scar's arm. He just gave him the arm, the deconstruction arm, which, you know, I don't know if maybe that's true, that Scar only knows how to do this much with alchemy, but, you know, he still does, like, everything he says about, like, God and all that, I think is still true for him, even though I think there is an aspect to it where he is just trying to get vengeance, and he is justifying it through that. But, you know, and that's where the hypocrisy comes from, where he's not really much different than Kimberly or any of those soldiers that day. But it is true that, like, he probably just doesn't believe in creating anymore with this stuff. And I'm wondering how important those notes will be that his brother gave him, because we didn't see what happened to that, or what Scar ever did with that. Yeah, really, really cool, this backstory that we got. Very interesting. I feel like his brother's research, I don't think we got a name for his brother, but I feel like his research will be important somehow in the long run. And I do think also that at some point in the series, we will become friends with Scar, because I like Scar. They've made me like Scar. You feel for him. He does bad things, but you know, you get why. He's a sympathetic character. It's not hard. You know, his whole people died. You know, it's gonna end up being, we're gonna be fighting the same battle as him, I think. Ed and Al and all of our people, we're gonna end up fighting the military, I think, at some point, you know, the government. So I don't know how far along down the line that'll be, but that's what I predict in the future. Yeah, it must be, those notes must be important because they were supposed to save Ishval or whatever, and he never got the chance to. Whatever that is, I think it's going to be important. So I want to know more about that. I talked about the blue eyes, the glowing blue eyes. I think that's a really cool detail because I think in the past, when we've seen it from the other side telling the story, I think we've seen the red eyes of the Ishvalans glowing red, and so the blue eyes instead is really is a really cool detail that I like a whole lot. And I don't think it's wrong what Scar even like saw in these people, you know, the way that kind of power corrupts people, you know. I don't think it would have been any kind of stretch to say that if the Ishvalans somehow was granted if they were granted some sort of great power from this research, that they wouldn't just turn around and try to do the exact same thing onto their oppressors, which also, you know, there's an argument there. Is that wrong? It's just, you know, maybe alchemy isn't a good thing because all of this has been started with that, this whole war. At least I still think that there's something to do with the Ishvalans, specifically to do with, like, I don't know, philosopher's stones and alchemy. I think that there was some sort of reason further than what we know behind why the Ishvalans were wiped out. And so I also don't think it's wrong that there is something kind of like evil to alchemy, you know. But there's also, it's so complicated, man. It's so complicated. There's so much to this because there's two sides to everything. You know, Scar's brother had both arms, you know. One is like, Scar was given the killing arm, you know, the one with deconstruction, but like the beauty of alchemy and what, you know, this power is capable of is you can like heal, you can create things further than just weapons, you know, you can help people. Yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of just rambling because there was a lot in this episode, and it's kind of hard to get my thoughts together. I just really loved it though. I really did. This scene, Winry with the gun and all that, was really powerful as well. And they did so much with the parallels this episode. Scar reaching out with his hand and everything towards someone trying to protect someone they care about. Yeah, I think Scar definitely, he did realize the hypocrisy of his actions here, because he is just perpetuating the whole cycle of violence through his actions. But at the same time, when you undergo that much of a tragedy, when you lose everybody you care about to war, and to what seems like it's probably just a pointless one. I think they said it was something as simple as a child being killed, right? But I do think there's more to it. And when you lose so much to such senseless violence, you know, like, what does that do to you? Maybe you end up like Scar. So I don't hate anybody here, and I get what Scar's going through. I mean, I don't get it, you know, personally, but like, I feel for him. Like, it's terrible, but Winry's in the right here, where somebody at some point has to put a stop to it. They have to be the better person, and I think that's an important message that you see in a lot of these shows, but it's never wrong. I don't think it's a good message, and this was just a fantastic episode. Really, like, I don't know, heartbreaking, but I'm looking at the ED right now, and it's Winry looking at Ed and Al's backs, walking away from her. I'm about to cry again. All right, I gotta end recording. Yeah, this is the best episode so far, I think, for me. Really loved it. I also just love any episodes with flashbacks. We got to see some Kimberly. He's the blood alchemist, right? Like, we've been seeing this guy forever. I want to know more about him. They keep teasing him like he's some big shot, big deal. I want to know more about that, but I don't know, maybe next time. I'm excited to get into the next one. I'll see you there, hopefully. Thank you for watching. This has been great. Take care, and yeah, peace.